Right now in Kenya, people are afraid to walk home at night. Not because of guns, not because of war, but because of pangas. Over the past few weeks, disturbing videos have flooded social media. Young men moving in groups, armed with machetes, attacking shops, homes, and pedestrians under the cover of darkness. Police have responded with strong warnings, some even saying lethal force may be used.
Mapanga hawa, angusha hawa. That panga is a dangerous offensive weapon ambayo ikigonga mtu inaua.
But behind the fear, there is a deeper story most people are not talking about. So today, let's ask the real question. What is really happening in Kenya, and how did we get here? What is going on? Reports of gangs armed with pangas have increased, especially in the coast region, places like Mombasa, Kilifi, and Kwale. Most of these attacks happen at night. The targets are usually small shops, pedestrians, or homes that look easy to access. What makes this situation even more alarming is how often these incidents are now caught on CCTV. Those clips spread fast online, creating fear, not just in the affected areas, but across the country. And while social media shows us short clips, it rarely explains the full picture. This is not random violence. It is repeated, it is organized, and it follows a pattern. Who are the Panga Boys? They are often referred to as the Panga Boys, but this is not one single gang with a leader and a name. In reality, these are loosely connected groups, mostly young men, some still very young, operating in similar ways. Why pangas? Because pangas are cheap, they are easy to access, and they don't require connections or training. Strength comes from numbers, fear comes from surprise, and desperation doesn't need sophisticated weapons. So the question becomes, are we dealing with hardened criminals or young people who see no other option? Police response and public reaction. The police response has been firm and aggressive. At the coast, the regional police commander publicly warned that officers would not hesitate to use lethal force when confronted by these gangs.
Mutachimba makaburi hapa Mombasa mkicheza. Sitabembeleza na sitacheka na hii watu. Because this boy was given a bond of 10,000 shillings by the court. The mother is in Saudi Arabia. And therefore, he is operating at his will. Court committed offenses here, there, jumping bails. We cannot allow this.
Since then, arrests have been made, patrols have increased, and security operations have intensified. Many Kenyans support this approach. They say, enough is enough. They want safety. They want action. But others are asking a different question. What happens after the crackdown? Because history shows us something important. Force alone rarely ends crime. It only pauses it. The real causes. To understand this crisis, we have to look deeper than the weapon. Youth unemployment remains high. The cost of living keeps rising. Opportunities are shrinking. In many areas, especially at the coast, drug abuse has quietly destroyed potential. Idle young men with no direction become easy recruits, not just for gangs, but for hopelessness.
Mambo ya madawa ameniathiri mpaka dakika hii, sielewani na familia yangu, sielewani na marafiki, sielewani na kila mtu.
We focus on the panga, but ignore the hand holding it. Crime does not begin with violence. It begins with neglect. When society offers no path forward, some will create their own, even if it leads to destruction. Conclusion and big questions. So now we must ask ourselves, What happens when the police operations end? What happens to the young men who survive the crackdown? And how many more will replace them? Today it is the coast. Tomorrow it could be anywhere. Kenya is not a violent country. But when desperation meets silence, violence fills the gap. Until we address the causes, not just the symptoms, the night will continue to belong to fear, and the Pangas will keep coming back.